Hollywood animal. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words of the developer. Make movies even if someone has to die. Sorry, you can't say that, can you? Even if someone has to be unalived. Take the helm of a major Hollywood studio at the dawn of sound cinema and guide it through decades of creative achievements and glamour, debauchery and dark deeds, through choices and unpleasant compromises. Yes, guys, this is a movie tycoon game. You run your own studio. Mine's XXX Vision Studios, and it's been relatively successful until the mayor completely screwed me over. Because the mayor said to me, he says, Mac, my lovely daughter here fancies herself as an actress. Can you fit her into the movies? I said, go F yourself, mate. She can join the queue like everybody else. And I thought that was the right thing to do because I'm a noob. I didn't realise how cutthroat this industry was. And so the mayor then persuaded every major construction company to boycott my studios, which meant the only people that would build any more buildings for me were the bloody O'Reillys. And they were falling apart straight away, and my whole movie studio's gone bust. So it's that kind of game, guys. There's a lot of seediness. A lot of seediness. I mean, we know Hollywood's full of seediness and sacrifices and all. Yeah, it is. It's a pit. Sodom and Gomorrah. That's Hollywood. Hollywood, don't start. Hollywood, yeah, do start. These fuckers, they think that they're so important. Robert De fucking Niro thinks he somehow is an expert on everything. What a fucking fanny he is. These people should stick to acting and shut the fuck up. I feel better now. But yeah, a lot of things go wrong with your actors. There's drugs involved, debauchery involved. But I have one of my actors by the balls because he was screwing a 15-year-old kid, and I'm just hanging that out for a rainy day because they keep coming up to you and saying, I want more money. I've been offered more money by them over there, so give us more money. And I'll just say, hey, remember that time you, and oh yes, yeah, I'll stay. They also have moods and things like that, and so it affects the movie. But how the whole game works is this. You get a little prologue, which you can't skip when you restart, which is crazy because it's kind of sets you up with default actors and stuff, which I don't really want. I'd rather just pick my own from the get-go, like. But you have to follow this little prologue every time you start, which I find incredibly annoying. But anyway, you're given a few actors, a couple of directors, you can rename them, and you have to start building you've got a lot of land, but you have to start building the buildings. You need post-production, pre-production, script writers, security, obviously engineering, you need sound sets. Everything has to be built so that you can make a movie. And every building has add-ons or kind of researches that you can do to increase manpower, technology, more comfort, new buildings, loads and loads of stuff. It's an incredibly deep game, this. And the way you make the movie is you kind of, once you've developed enough rooms, you can start making your own scripts. And this is the best part of the game, I think. You can decide on the title, what it's about, the different genres that's in the actual movie, what percentage of the movie will have them genres in. So, for example, action, adventure, romance, bang that into one movie. Yeah, you could easily do that. Maybe have it heavy on the adventure, then maybe 50-50 on the action and romance. Hire a director who's got traits in action, adventure kind of movies. Everybody has traits, actors have traits, directors have traits, so you can see what they're used to doing. And then hire your actors. You don't get the storyboarded or anything like that in the sense of, oh, this scene goes here, this scene goes there. But what you do get, at the beginning of the game, you get five or six inputs that you can put into the game. Now, these will be protagonist, the villain, if there is a villain, love interest, a sidekick maybe. What is it generally about? What happens at the end? Is there gunfights in it? But you can only put, I think it's 5 you can only put at the beginning, but you can, through research, you can unlock more of that so you can have a bit more say in what goes into the movie. Once it's finished in pre-production, after the scripting, you then send it for post-production. You have to decide where it's going to be filmed. Do you own sound stages? What props do you own? Stuff like that. If you're sending them out on location, you have to supply them with all the money that's going to be needed to have that. It costs more money, obviously, if you're sending them out. And then it's the editing, distribution. You decide, you own a load of movie houses yourself, so you fill that with, make sure your movie is the only one shown in that. decide how long it's going to be running for, how much money you're going to spend on advertising, when you're going to launch the movie, look for holidays and stuff like that. Make sure you're not up against a potential blockbuster from a rival company, and then you release it and watch the money come in. It all gets rated along the way, then finally reviewed by critics. And it's all good. It's a good feeling when a movie you make does well. But like I say, there's a lot of underhand stuff goes on. And I've only done one playthrough. I just really started playing it today. And I wanted to get it out because the game just kind of released yesterday. And I've got a ton of videos lined up from other games that's coming up. So this is just more of a first impressions, really, how I felt about it. I love it. I think it's really, really good fun. Hiring new actors, firing old useless ones. You can hire kind of hitmen in this to do people over. It's so corrupt. So corrupt. I'm learning that I'm going to be really more corrupt after this, and I'll be on the mayor's side because he is just too powerful. So there you go, guys. That's the first impressions of Hollywood Animal. If you ever fancied running your own movie company, I highly recommend this game. It's 15 notes. It's only 15 quid, well worth £15. It's in early access, so expect changes over the coming months, new content, etc. But so far, so good. A really good game.